Good evening, ReNEWS English section is on air. I am Sona Tumanyan. From Armenia's football revival to the resumption of Iran IAEA talks, first let's watch the release announcement. New breath for Armenian football. We defeated Ireland with a 1-goal advantage. Iran and IAEA resume cooperation following the path of peace. Security Council Secretary continues meetings in Austria. Next stop is the Federal Republic of Germany. Israeli missile strikes on Doha. Official Yerevan has responded. From the daily news stream beyond the political race, there is a football spirit filled with success. The wave of despair after the match with Portugal quickly subsided. In the second round of the World Cup qualifiers, the Armenian national team defeated Ireland 2-1. The head coach of the Armenian national team was satisfied with the game and once again stated that he is the spirit of the team and doesn't want to be seen broken even after a loss. After the second round of the World Cup qualifiers, the Armenian team is in second place in Group F with 3 points. Portugal's team is the leader. Details in David Genjoyan's report.
The Armenian national football team celebrated its first victory in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, which was also the first this year. On September 9th, at the Vaskens Sargsyan Republican Stadium in Yerevan, the Armenian squad defeated Ireland 2-1. Overcoming the initial tension, the Armenian football team took the initiative, converting it into a goal at the end of the first half. Edward Spersian opened the scoring by successfully converting a penalty kick after the guests roughly fouled Selarayan in a striking position. In the second half, after a rapid combination started by Spersian, Grant Leon Ranos doubled the score. In the 57th minute, Evan Ferguson managed to narrow the score. At the end of the match, Artur Seropian scored into the opponent's net, but the referees had called an offside in the previous episode. Throughout the game, the fans provided strong support to the national team. It is noteworthy that after the painful defeat, the stadium was again packed. This was also mentioned by the coach of the Armenian national team, Yagishe Melikyan.
I ask for one thing. Don't upset us. Believe in us. It's already difficult for us. We already have a national team with problems. It's not a year that we have problems. Criticism is the easiest thing. Upsetting is the easiest thing. Strong people stay together, stay with faith, stay united. I didn't feel alone after the 5-0. Thank you to those people. Thank you to the fans. They asked me what was the first reason you could immediately name for the victory. I said, the fans.
After a long period of failures, the Armenian team seems to be rediscovering its winning path. This is the first success under the newly appointed head coach, Yagishe Melikyan, who took over the team just a month ago. After the second round of the qualification phase, our team has 3 points and occupies the second place in Group F, trailing only Portugal. The next challenge waits the Armenian team on October 11th in Budapest, where their opponent will be the Hungarian national team. David Genjoyan, ReOpen Media.
Armenia's Security Council Secretary Armen Grigoryan held a series of high-level meetings with Austrian officials during his working visit to Vienna on Tuesday. He discussed strengthening ties between the two countries and exploring new economic opportunities, including reopening regional rivers and waterways to boost trade and transport. Grigoryan also met with Austrian security and global affairs representatives to discuss peace and stability in the South Caucasus, unblocking regional connections and Armenia's Crossroads of Peace initiative. He wrapped up meetings with Austrian parliamentary leaders looking at Armenia-Azerbaijan agreements and ways to grow economic cooperation. The secretary continues his meetings in Berlin today. During her working visit to the Republic of Singapore on September 9, 2025, Prosecutor General of the Republic of Armenia Anna Vartapetyan met with Juan Bautista Mahik, President of the International Association of Prosecutors and Prosecutor General of the Autonomous City of Buenos Aires. Vartapetyan thanked Mahik for his trust and support, emphasizing her honor in being elected a member of the IAP Executive Committee and continuing professional dialogue with the international prosecutorial community in this new format. She underscored that the Republic of Armenia Prosecutor's Office will deepen its cooperation with the IAP, and the possibility of holding the association's regional conference in Armenia was discussed. On September 10, 2025, also during her working visit to Singapore, Anna Vartapetyan met with the Prosecutor General of Georgia, Giorgio Kvarakidze. Vartapetyan thanked Kvarakidze for initiating the bilateral meeting within the framework of the IAP annual conference, expressing readiness to deepen the well-established traditions of cooperation. During the meeting, the Prosecutors General of Armenia and Georgia addressed the development of the international legal cooperation in criminal cases and discussed several issues of mutual interest. Qatar has strongly condemned Israeli missile strikes on its capital Doha, targeting the residences of Hamas political bureau members. The explosions reportedly killed Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. Official Doha labeled this action as criminal, a gross violation of international law and a direct threat to its security and sovereignty, warning that it would not tolerate Israel's reckless behavior. The incident poses a serious challenge to Qatar's role as a key mediator between Israel and Hamas, significantly complicating future negotiations for a ceasefire and hostage release. Authorities announced that an investigation into the incidents is underway at the highest level. Official Yerevan expressed concern regarding the missile attack on Doha by Israel. A statement released by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs noted, Armenia is deeply concerned about the targeting of residential areas in Doha and calls on all involved parties to exercise restraints to avoid further escalation of the security situation in the region. And United States President Donald Trump stated on Truth Social that the unilateral bombing of Qatar, a close U.S. ally, does not serve the goals of Israel or America. According to him, his administration was aware of Israel's attack on Hamas, but the decision was made by Prime Minister Netanyahu. Trump wrote that he immediately instructed Special Envoy Steve Witkoff to inform the Qataris about the impending attack, but the warning came too late. Trump added that he spoke with Netanyahu as well as the Emir and Prime Minister of Qatar, assuring them that such an incident would not happen again in their territory, and called on Hamas to release all hostages and end the war. And there is a new player in the escalating Russia-Ukraine tensions. Poland is the closest it has been to open conflict since World War II, according to Prime Minister Donald Tusk. Earlier today, Polish forces shot down Russian drones over the country. Tusk told Parliament that Polish airspace was violated more than 19 times overnight. Poland, a NATO member, has requested consultations under Article 4 of the Alliance's Treaty. This allows member states to meet whenever one of them believes its territory, political independence, or security is at risk. By the way, Russia denies its drones entered Poland. Moscow's top diplomat in Warsaw claims the UAVs that violated Polish airspace were launched from Ukrainian territory. Iran and the United Nations nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or as we know, IAEA, have signed an agreement in Cairo to restart cooperation that includes finding ways to relaunch inspections of Iran's nuclear sites. The head of the IAEA called it, and I quote, a step in the right direction. Back in July, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian signed a law suspending cooperation with the agency. That move followed a 12-day war with Israel in June, when Israel and the U.S. struck Iranian nuclear facilities. French President Emmanuel Macron has appointed Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu as the new Prime Minister, replacing François Bayrou, who resigned after losing a parliamentary confidence vote over his controversial 2026 budget plan. The plan included drastic spending cuts of 44 billion euros, prompted by France's dire financial situation with a large budget deficit and over 3.3 trillion euros in national debt. In Nepal, ongoing unrest has seen protesters set fire to Nepal-India border checkpoints and police stations, leading India to close its borders. In Kathmandu, troops blockaded the main government secretariat, but protesters continued to burn departmental buildings. The army secured the city's airport and prevented an attack on the Pashupatinath temple. Temporary authorities warned that all security forces, including the army, would be mobilized if violence continued, while also calling for public calm. Spain's Ministry of Defense will receive an additional €1 billion loan for military spending through the Security Actions for European financial instrument. Spain must submit a detailed defense investment plan to Brussels by the end of November to secure the funds. The SAFE program has a total budget of €150 billion, with Poland, Armenia, France, and Italy being the largest recipients, while Spain receives a smaller amount. A key condition of the program is that at least 65% of military procurements must be from EU member states. And get ready for a dazzling collision of luxury as Veuve Clicquot and fashion visionary Simon Paul Jacquemus unveil a stunning limited edition La Grande Dame 2018. This isn't just any vintage, it's the 25th since its 1972 debut, and it's dressed to impress. This exclusive collaboration is a heartfelt homage to the powerful women who shaped both empires. Madame Clicquot, the pioneering spirit behind the iconic champagne, and Jacquemus' own mother, the muse for his celebrated fashion label. It's where the effervescence of the fine wine meets the avant-garde elegance of high fashion, all celebrating the art of living beautifully. Mark your calendars, the highly anticipated bottles is set to sparkle at the New York Fashion Week, backed by a global campaign crafted by Jonas Lindstrom and photographer Jack Davison. Stateside connoisseurs can open this masterpiece on September 9th, with the UK, Italy, and France joining the celebration later this month. Don't miss your chance to own a piece of this exquisite collaboration. This much for today. I'm Sona Tumanyan. Stay informed with us.